Exodus51 is an American-based nonprofit fighting slavery in the Middle East. Right now, the focus is Pakistan, where an estimated 4 million or more people are enslaved. While it's hard to believe slavery exists in our modern world, it very much does. Unfortunately, it stems from a long history, and many of the families Exodus assists have been enslaved for generations in a system designed for an endless cycle. By purchasing families from slavery and providing aftercare, operating a school and a church, Exodus is changing the future for thousands. Every prayer, donation, and share helps the organization. In a world filled with stories, some remain untold, but I want to tell you a story that has the power to change lives. I had a plan for my life, a vision of what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be, but sometimes life takes unexpected turns. It was during a church service that God gave me a new purpose. I heard him say, "I'm going to use you to set my people free, and I'm sending you to Asia." I didn't feel qualified. I didn't even know anyone that lived in Asia, but that's the cool thing about a God dream. When the story we participate in is bigger than us, he gets all the glory. This call from God led me halfway across the world to a place where millions suffer in silence. I realized that I was being invited to be a part of a larger story. It was a call I couldn't resist, a call to step out of my comfort zone and into lives of those who had no voice and were treated as property. In April of 2022, I took a trip to Pakistan and saw proof that millions of people are trapped in slavery. They are forced to make bricks for 10 to 16 hours a day. Most of these slaves didn't choose this life. They were actually born into it. We have rescued families that are 4th and 5th generation slaves. As I met with more and more families, I listened as they told me stories of beatings, of rape, even stories where their family members had been killed. In the middle of some of the greatest tragedies I've ever seen, I've been able to meet a group of Christians that have more faith in God than I do. I thought I was being used to rescue them, and in a weird way, they were teaching me what it truly means to worship God. Since our first trip to Pakistan, Exodus51 has become the leading organization liberating slaves in the country. Each and every one is given a place to stay and also food for 6 months while we connect them with the church and help them find new work. We've handed out hundreds of thousands of meals. We host services all around the country. We've taken on court cases to fight human rights violations and have preached to tens of thousands of people. In one event, over 1,000 people gave their lives to Christ. We started a school where we were able to teach around 250 kids each and every day. We started our first church, and we have around 400 to 500 people that meet each and every week. On average, it costs around $250 to purchase someone's freedom, and then around $50 a person to pay for housing and food for 6 months. $300 is all it takes to change a person's story forever. There was a prophecy about Jesus in Isaiah 61:1, and it says, "The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and release from darkness for the prisoners." Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can shine a light into the darkest corners of the world. Pray about partnering with us. Help us proclaim the good news, bind up the brokenhearted, set the captives free, and release prisoners from darkness.